Hey, morning.
Morning. Morning. Okay, I think that's everybody. Happy Wednesday. Let's go ahead and get going.
Okay. I started working in a new task, but first I created a push request for the invoice email update stuff, and now I am working on the bug. Bar collapsed on work order. I was analyzing with Claude, and it found a root cause for this one. I am now analyzing. We were doing a change days ago, and that affected the problem we have here. And I am analyzing the solution proposed. This issue is affecting not only Journey App but other partners that for YRO and let me check here. No, it's only YRO Softcover Book Anatomy. This is a change Sebastian did. I think maybe we need to ask him to why they do this change. Maybe it's a reason, but I can restore that section of the header to put that information, the missing information. Again, the analysis from Claude was as soon as that pull request was deployed in the database, that information, the spine size information, was set to null. Before that was with a woodgut data, but now is clearly that the pull request was the change, the reason for that change. The PR is the 6678 spine calculation single code path. That is the change. It's a big change in my opinion, but we can restore only that part, that the part when the YRO calculation is computing the spine size stuff. I can draft
draft a PR. Draft a PR, include your conversation, or send it over in an email or something so I can read through it to see how we got there, and I can help look at that too.
Sure. Okay, I will do that, and well, that is it for now. I need to take another story after that, or maybe check some comments or things like that. That's it for me.
Wasn't there?
You were working on that other one too, right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
what
maybe.
was that?
I
Seems like we assigned two to you yesterday, so I think
Which one?
I can't remember what part.
Oh,
the Zazzle sticker?
Greek sticker. Yeah, I think that is resolved. Let me check if I create the pull request.
I don't see one yet.
Oh, it's pending. It's a pending committing and things like that.
Okay.
But it's already done. What else? Well, I added a little bug when I was checking the spine sizing work orders. There, I found that there is a truncated part in the work order. I created a bug for that. That's pretty much it for me.
Okay, mostly just was working on this Printify shipping label API, and I didn't realize we hadn't gotten over it and stuff, so I was going down the road of making it work the way that they had it, but they're wanting basically they're wanting us to send carrier manifests at the end of the day. In order to do that, then anyway, and there's like, and you would have to save a label ID from them, and then in order to void a shipment, then you have to have their the Printify shipment ID, and I'm trying to remember if there was something else. That's probably it. So anyway, I don't think this is the level of complexity that we were agreed with. So anyways, I was putting together just what to send to Troy. Anyway, I think I had it oversimplified when we talked to him, and now I've got it overcomplicated. Anyways, I've got it. I'm meant to have it done by now, but this morning didn't go so well. Anyway, that's I should have that here pretty quick, and then.
Okay.
And then
He came over this morning and is trying to send them some stuff. So I think that'd be good if we could include that with it. So
yeah, because it's not like because we would have to add in order to do what they were doing, and if we even simplified it, we would have to add like 3 columns to the shipments table, or maybe some of that could be added to order modifiers, and then we'd have to have the manifests. That would have to run a process to do manifests at the end of the day, and then we'd have to save their manifests. Well, we might not have to save those, but anyway, still, it's just a bit more than what we normally do. So yeah, I'll get that.
Okay.
That's it. And then I'll I gotta look. I think I've got some pull requests, comments to fix and stuff like that, and then see what's next.
I asked, I sent you, I tagged you as a reviewer on on one of Mario's, where we're adding the customer supplied shipping label for the standard API, just so you can review that and make sure that we're all good with the shipping aspects, voiding, et cetera, et cetera.
Great. Okay, I'll take a look at that. That's it.
You didn't want to do mine too, Chuck?
I did, but I thought you might feel bad that I took yours.
Nice.
It's easy. Scotty's going to spend his whole day playing with stickers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Not any stickers, basic invite stickers. Today I was gonna get the Printify and kind of just putting the finishing touches on that for testing. Got pretty good yesterday. I was able to test the submit order. There's some changes I need to make on that one as far as the URLs are concerned. And then tracking looks good. I have some changes. I'll be making a push to dev here in maybe an hour or so with the changes. And all the other APIs that already wrote, I think, seem pretty good. I think there was one other piece I needed to change, but for the most part, just kind of putting the finishing touches of the first iteration on that one, so that we can get them to send orders. So I think once they start sending orders, it'll be helpful for us to see what they need. With Mario's thing, that's in master, so right, the JPEG stuff, so it should already be in my branch.
Yeah, if you pull master in, you should have it.
Cool. Sweet. So that was the other piece I was going to do, make sure that that's there, and if there's any wiring up I need to do on that piece, and then work on see if I can figure out these stickers, and then the cutting planning. I still need to do the reviews and stuff so that we can get that out next week. So that's what I'm at. And that's all for me.
Okay, I'm working on the more PR reviews this morning. Another small deploy probably. It's just been a couple in the just to bring you up to speed, Chad. Based on what we talked about on Monday about some of the things, I made some changes to the deployment cycle, and so yesterday I walked Scotty through the changes while I deployed. Today I'm going to have him deploy on his machine to make sure everything works okay, so that we're good for next week.
Great.
And
Just so you, I was just gonna, sorry, you finish your part because this isn't part of this.
Oh, okay. And so today I'm focusing on the color bar PR. I'm actually adding some more test data so that we can review how these bars will show up on all of our tests, not just the new tests. And then I'll probably be, and once Mario gets these other small ones in, I'll be looking at getting those out too. So that's it.
All right, and just so you know, I've been reaching out to Dan this morning to see if he could look at that other one that you were waiting on, 6764. So
Cool.
I'll keep pushing that and let you know if I can get it.
I did add him. I added him as a reviewer also to maybe hopefully help him see.
I noticed.
what we're waiting on.
Yeah, and I noticed that. I saw you put it in there, and so that was part of my communication that we added in, and we're waiting for his approval. So I'm going to try to push that forward
Well,
today.
not his approval. We're waiting for his direction.
Oh, okay. Even better.
Because he
I've had
that's
luck.
one where he added some questions, and I just need some follow-up answers.
I've had luck getting a hold of him on WhatsApp over Slack.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Okay.
Do you know if he's
Hey.
in office today or if he's at home again?
I have no idea. I just don't want to wait on it any longer than I have to. Anyways, Rebecca, do you want to bring up the stand-up list?
Mario, did you want to discuss this one? I just noticed it's
Work order
here.
is truncated. Ooh. Let's look at that whole work order. That's interesting.
Yeah, in the digital work order is showing the complete list of the task.
Sure. It's just running out of space probably for that.
Mm-hmm. There is a lot of
Let's take a
items,
look.
actually.
Come on.
So we need to know, can we not show that list of items? Because I'm not sure.
Interesting. Huh.
I know they had wanted that, but I know they also are really keen on keeping that to one page, so we can't do both. Are the items necessary? And if so, we could look at shrinking the size or removing some of the columns and making it a 2-column layout. I don't know. We need to. How often does this happen? That's.
I don't know.
So we just need to have some. We need to bring this to.
Eric.
To brainstorm some ideas on what we can do. But my initial thing is, do we need those if we do need those item rows, because if we don't, then that makes this really easy. We just remove them.
So the problem is that when there's a lot of items, then it's pushing everything down, and then it's moving this to multiple pages. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know, Mario. Do you know if is there a way for us to identify that that's not going to fit on a page, and we need to put a page break in?
We can
With ABC
we can make
PDF?
it multi-page, but I think this is set up as a one page only. I don't know for sure. But
Yeah, I think that you're right, and I think Ryan's right too. I think that they wanted it to be a one-page thing. I just don't know if this is the case, that trumps that or not. So I guess we need
Yeah.
to figure that out.
Yeah, maybe we find out exactly what information do they need,
Mhm.
so that we can remove the extra information or reformat it. Because as is that, and I'd also be curious how often this happens.
Yeah, me too. I haven't heard about it before, but
Yeah.
maybe they're dealing with it a different way. I don't know. Because I don't know that I'm going to be able to get a answer on this until probably next week. Tara's out, I think, most of the week, so
I don't think Tara's needed. We just need whoever's over envelopes to come up and talk to us, and
I'll have Mike. I'll have Mike come up and we can talk to him about it.
or
Alba.
probably Alba. Yeah, I think she's
Okay.
probably. I mean, both of them would be the ones we just need to set up a meeting with to discuss this.
Okay, I can do that then.
Scotty, did you need to discuss this one, or did we already discuss this? Show matching batch on stage UI.
We already talked about that. That was on the. That's
Yeah.
one for Sebastian
Oh,
working on the
oh,
changes to the shelving.
Oh, okay. So we just left it there, so
I guess
we
it
can
doesn't-
discuss it with
He
him
was
next week.
working on it. I don't know that he was
Well,
working on it.
No, sorry, it was part of that conversation around
Oh,
shelving,
around the-
yes.
shelving
That's it.
changes.
Okay.
And
But
we
it's
still
probably
need
one that doesn't
to,
need to wait for the changes.
Yeah.
This is probably something we could just
We
throw
started
in
doing.
and do.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we do need to talk to Isaac, and if Zulema's back,
Oh,
that'd
yeah.
be great. Because he said, oh, I'm not sure that what we discussed will actually work for us.
What about that? Because I was about ready
Uh-huh.
to release that PR. So that's
Okay, yeah. Let me.
But we
I'll
can,
go grab him today because
Mhm,
with
we
you
can
out
talk to him
next week,
ASAP.
let's see if we can get that figured out today.
Yeah, we
I'll
just need to
have-
go down there and talk to him, right? He said.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was
think
hoping
he
that
comes in
Zulema
at
would be
noon.
back too.
And so, anyways, yeah, we'll go down this
Um,
afternoon. I'll find out when they're going to be here, and then we'll go down.
So Monday he got in at noon, but other days he might be here at 8. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure what days.
I'll go down and check with them after this meeting.
This was discussed yesterday, a new products meeting. This is, okay, so Ivory Paper Co. has, is it somebody
brand.
under them? Okay, thank you, new brand. Is this new brand, is it going to be a new partner, or is it just going to be through Ivory Paper Co.? I'm not-
unknown. We don't know.
Okay, sorry.
But what we need to do is it's just, they're going to provide stock covers, and we need to print custom black and white guts like we do with Golden Coil. So we need to understand the Golden Coil process. I have vague memories of us creating some labels, but it'd probably be good to actually go down to the floor and watch them do them and see how that gets started. But we need to figure out what that process looks like, because Dela will need to be similar.
So what is
Except
so is
through
your
Order Desk. There, go ahead, Chad.
I was just curious. So, is the problem that we're trying to find out is what? We just want to know how Golden Coil works, like what their steps are.
Yep, need to figure it. So we need to look into that product, how they batch, what the process map steps are, what gets created, and then what actually gets done down on the floor. because then we would want to replicate the products in a similar way, and then we would need to make changes to their order desk to allow the different type of product. Because right now they send in notebooks, and these are going to be photo books because they're in bursts. So we need to set up the standard API to, but that's later on down the road once they show us how so they can get a test order in with that type of product so that we can experiment with it and make the changes.
So this doesn't seem like it's a dev project, like for a developer, right? I mean, is it?
Probably not. I mean, you can get everything out of Central, and you just need to, look at a Golden Coil batch, and then actually go down and watch the first steps of that batch and see how, and kind of walk it through. How does it get made? Understand that process, and then we would replicate that process for the new one.
Okay.
Awesome.
So let's put this in the current iteration. Maybe Rebecca, you and I can see what we can find out on this one. Or at least get it to that point, at least find out what's in Central and what their process is, and then we may have to turn it over to a developer after that, but we can take a look at it.
Awesome.
I have faith in you.
At least somebody does.
On this one, I was wondering if it's. I was wondering if it was similar to the other issue that Mario was looking at, but this is not a coil product, so I was a little bit confused. So this was reported. This specific batch didn't show spine size on one batch, but on another, and this is for the same product, it did show the spine size. Let me open these so we can see them. Okay, so here it's for the My Canvas 13 by 10 hardcover, and I thought, oh well, because it doesn't have a cover enabled, maybe that's why it's not going to show the spine. But is this the same picture? It just opened twice. Okay,
Yep.
Cool. Well, why did it do that?
Because you built it too.
What?
What the what?
Oh. Did I just delete that? And that's not going to do it. Let me pull it up over here 1 second. Here we go.
Go back to that screenshot.
Okay.
Now there's no spine size on the order item.
And then.
But the other one does.
Oh.
So that sounds like that's the problem.
So
Okay,
what
here we
happened
go.
between those two things?
Okay. So here, there's none. And over here, it's the same.
This could be similar
Product.
to the same thing that we were looking at, that Mario's looking at.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, maybe it's the same problem.
Yep, it probably is, because the 7 on July 13th, it worked. On the 14th, it did not. So I don't know when that PR was completed that you mentioned, Mario, but if there's so I would, let's maybe if you could take a look at it and see if you can find, but that does look like the spine size is not, and I bet it's probably just we're not setting it on any of those items anymore.
Yep.
So you can just put this, it's in Mario's name so he can see it, and then you can just
Sure
confirm.
enough, it stopped on the 14th and hasn't done anything since then, so yeah, they're related. let's do these as two separate PRs though.
But
each one fixing
the
it.
solution could be the same for both, right?
If you're right, if the solution is the same, then don't. But if it's
Okay.
if it's a different solution, then let's split them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Help us get a little more control over it.
Yep.
Awesome. I don't know if we need to discuss this right now. I created the story because I told Tara that I would keep track of it. So this was, I guess, apparently requested by Jamie, and then Tara also really wants it. I think we need to
Well, but
probably
that's
discuss it more.
what they don't want necessarily the batch by ship method. They just see that might work. They want to
Yes.
be able to do a batch by priority, but this is a
Yes.
larger discussion.
Yeah.
So Tara was bringing this up, and it's actually on our board. It's number 10, I think. Shipping cutoff batching. I think
shipping
that's
cutoff batching. That's what that is.
yeah.
Okay.
When I was looking through
Wow.
our initiative list
Cool.
yesterday, and I read a little more, I'm pretty sure that's the same thing.
Makes sense.
So it is actually. So it did actually make the list, and it's there. So
Just putting that there.
Then go ahead and call it shipping cutoff batching instead of batch by ship method.
yeah,
'Cause we'll need to brainstorm how we're gonna
yeah.
what's a process that's gonna work for that.
Awesome. Well,
And then
we have
you
it
could-
here.
And then Rebecca, if you go to that list that I sent you yesterday, I think that there's a little more definite, like there's some things you could add in. I mean, I don't think there's a lot, but I think that there is some explanation that you could add to it as well. But I'm pretty sure that's the same one.
Yeah, I think I have the notes here. I think it's about what we talked about yesterday. Leading up to cutoffs, be able to define exactly how to batch so we aren't rushing to complete work that isn't for a deadline. And then it doesn't actually ship the rest of this. It doesn't actually print the rest of the line. So
Yeah.
I'll pull it up digitally from what you sent me.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's
Awesome.
the same one. So it is in fact on our list, and we will
Good catch.
work on that.
I was like, no, don't add anything else. Oh wait, it's already there.
Yeah. So that was
Okay.
good. So
Yeah.
just not one we'd gotten to yet.
Yeah.
So I want to talk
Awesome.
about mine for a minute.
Which
Invoice
one?
request.
Oh
You were
my
already
goodness.
down
I know.
340.
There we go. I went momentarily blind.
All right, so Nick sent this to me on Friday, I think. And I just wanted to put this out here and see if anybody had any questions. It's kind of like, this is what he sent me. I wanted to see if this made sense to, I know Scotty and Chuck, you guys have both done some work on Acumatica, and so I wanted to make sure this made sense, or if we needed to get any more information from him. Basically, he just said that when invoices are sent from Central to Acumatica, can we make sure we aren't also sending a due date for a print and fulfillment invoices? Want Acumatica to use the customer settings on file for that. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then on the central invoicing report, can we add a column for the central customer ID, which I would imagine that's not an overly difficult thing to do.
What
Or
is
maybe
the
it is,
central
I don't
customer
know.
ID?
I think they mean partner ID.
I can
So
clarify
that when
that,
you're
but
looking, wait, on the central invoicing report, wait,
Is that just the new one you created, Chuck?
yeah, what is that?
But it already
Wait.
has the partner. If it's that
Does
one.
it have the partner ID?
No, it just has the name of the partner.
Okay. Yeah, we just need
so he probably just wants to add the ID then.
if that's what it is. I don't know what
Wait,
central
That's
yeah,
customer
'cause
ID is.
He's saying on the central invoicing report.
Yeah, the invoicing report that we have on Central.
Okay,
build-
so if they go in
The
like,
bill that allows them to approve.
yeah, so they want to see that ID,
Partner
not
ID.
just the name. Wonder why?
So he might be cross-referencing
I think they
it
want
with
the
something.
name too.
The name's there.
Yeah, don't.
Don't remove the name.
Yeah, normally
Just
they
clarifying.
wouldn't be. Yeah.
We did what you asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Chuck, my guess is, and I'll have to. The reason that they want the ideas, my guess is that I know he's been working with Sean Barber with some data warehousing, and I'm sure he wants to cross-reference it, and the ID is easier to cross-reference. That's my guess. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what my guess is.
Okay. Well, that would make sense. Anyway, I was just curious. Like, my first thought was that he said it wrong, but that makes sense.
And then the third point, and I didn't know, like I said, I think I wrote on here if, maybe this should be 3 stories. I don't know if it should be or if it should just be one, but additional fields to send to Acumatica with invoices, link to internal billing breakdown, link to Acumatica billing breakdown. So, this one was the one that I thought seemed a little more difficult, but I don't.
I think those are already there. Link to Acumatica billing, those are both there already.
Did we add that to that report? There are those links? Yeah, there's a link right there, invoices. But are we supposed to send it? We're supposed to send it to Acumatica.
It gets sent.
The internal one too?
I think so.
The APAFS link?
Yeah, if they go and look, if you go and look at a bill, at a invoice, you can go, I think it's like a second tab or something. It's been a little while. But it's already there, and and then it says, central invoice ID. And actually, the central invoice ID is being sent, but I was sticking it into a field that existed already that is called something different. So.
Okay. Well, let's do this then, Chuck. When Nick gets back, let's just go down and talk to him about this, and maybe he just hasn't seen it's in a tab or something. So. Yeah.
Well,
let's. Oh, go ahead.
Is Jamie around?
No, they're both out.
Yeah, she's out for the week. Okay. But they needed to use like their email. He might have just forgotten that we had done it because I'm pretty sure we communicated it to him. And I know I told Jamie, but they have to. Their email that gets sent out has to. I can't think of the way. A smart term for it, but it has to use that that link, the link to link to Acumatica billing breakdown. They wanted their email to just have a link to it, and so all we had to do is provide the link, and then they might not have ever done what they had to do to make the email have it, but it's there for it to be used in that email.
It looks like in Acumatica, there's a customer order number. And that's where the invoice ID for Central is stored.
Yeah, it looked like we weren't using that, so I stuck it there for now. But it would make more sense if it was an invoice ID.
Central you see the internal billing, the links?
Yeah, so then the billing breakdown is a link to the partner portal, and then the billing breakdown local path is the APAFS to the internal.
Yeah. So the third bullet point sounds like it's done. It's just we need to do bullet point 2 and check on number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have to ask him in the third bullet point, central invoice ID. We'll want to make sure they're okay with where it is now, and if not, then we can.
Can I say let's split this into 2 stories? One that we can do right now, so that he has action, so that we can show him what we did, and then we follow up on the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the other one? I could just.
Just take the third bullet point, remove it, and put it into a new story request.
Okay.
And that one, whatever we want to do to market, that we need to talk to Nick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then I'll follow up.
It's already done.
Yeah, we'll go talk to him next week when he gets back. And I was thinking, Chuck, if you're not going to be working on that shipping thing right now, although we'll see what comes back from that, but it won't happen today.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about that, and I just wanted to confirm, because, in fact, let me look it up. I know that a couple weeks ago I'd asked you to send me the last communication.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure. So what happened is you were just going to set up their account, right? So we could ship on their account. Was that what you were doing a couple months ago, or what were you doing a couple months ago?
Yeah, I was in a call. I never did anything because there was nothing to do, but I was in a call way early like could have been the first call, I don't know. And they talked about using USPS, the USPS API with their own account, and that email was about them giving us their credentials so that we could ship on their account, and then I had said, oh, could we get those credentials, and then that was the last of that. But now they're wanting to. This thing is a completely different thing where we're using their API to generate a label.
Yeah.
Rather than just using an account in it, but they just want us to do what they want us to do on our side. We aren't built for without changing our system, like making kind of big changes, but.
Yeah, and so I mean, I'm looking at your email, and I know you'd asked them for some stuff, and then they just didn't respond after that. That was back in March.
Yeah, it seems like that question is stale because they are talking about this with this label API. There's no need for.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they're going to want to get on a call again because we've been pushing it. So. Because it's like originally they wanted us to integrate with EasyPost, and then and then that's when we kind of pushed back on them and we're like, hey, can we just ship on your account number? And then that was when you got involved, and then it died there, and then they came back to EasyPost. And so we got to get on the same page with them on what the expectation is, and I need to talk to, depending on how that goes, we need to maybe talk to Charlie to see if that's what he wants to. I mean, I feel like we're spending a lot of time with Printify right now, and I'm just not sure what that's going to mean, but maybe that's what they want us to figure out.
Yeah.
But let's, before that, let's keep going down this path. Finish up your email. Troy just sent me an email he wants to send over, so I'm going to read through that, and I'll let you guys know, Ryan and Chuck, if I have any questions to make sure that it's clear, and then we'll go down that path. But I'd like to send back your analysis too at the same time, if you can finish that up in a few minutes, because I think at this point they're off for the night, so I don't know that it matters to send it right this minute, because I think that they're done for the day. I think that their day ends like at 9 or 9 our time is the end of their day. So
I forget they're on the other side.
Yeah, because I think when we met with them before, Ryan, wasn't it like needed to be at like 8:30 or 9, because that's like 5
they
PM
wanted
their
it
time.
at
At the end of their day.
Yeah.
It's
So-
7 o'clock in Latvia.
Right now, yeah. So 8 o'clock is 5 o'clock their time then. Okay. Anyways, so let's finish that up and send it over to me. I'm going to read through this. I'll let you guys know if I have any questions with it, and then we'll get that off. And then in the meantime, once you finish that up, since you're not going to be actively working on this, you have a few minutes, you could take a look at that stuff on Nick's thing. I just don't want, we've gotten bitten a little bit by pushing his stuff off, and so I would rather put some, just get it, like Ryan said, show some action, and then we can ask him some clarifying questions on that third point on Monday when he gets back.
Did you want me to send
Sounds
that
good.
to you, Chuck? I put it in the sprint.
Oh if you
That
could,
first
that'd
one
be great.
that doesn't have the third point.
Okay. All right, so let's go down that path then, and then we'll, and Ryan, I will continue to try to get a hold of Dan, and I'll let you know as soon as I can figure that out. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Great.
All right.
Good.
Bye.
Sounds good.
Okay.
See you guys.
Bye bye.